Welcome, Stoner Bros, Stoner Sisters. It's Stoner Bro himself. Today is Tuesday, so we're gonna recap Raw, and then we're gonna recap March Madness. And I just gotta say, my bracket's fucked. It's fucked. Thank you, Arizona. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you, North Carolina. It's fucked. But I'm here to recap Raw, and we'll go over March Madness later, but that's the one thing I'll do. So yeah, Raw was, in my opinion, kind of terrible, kind of not, because of what happened last night. We had Ultimate Deletion. I'm going to beg the question. I've been asking that question. I put a poll on my Twitter. Who did it better? Did Impact did it better? Or WWE did it better? The other question was, the original better than the remake, or is the remake better than the original? That's, it's the same question. I came delayed a little bit because it was earlier. I had to chew out Google for a minute. Taking money that they shouldn't take money from, and telling me that I didn't deliver a product or send a product, even though I did, even though it's not one of their servers that they haven't contracted it. But Google, let me just say this. We don't give a fuck about what contracts you have. If UPS comes in my neighborhood more times than FedEx, you better believe I'm going to hand it to the UPS guy. And the USPS, the mail lady, she just there to just drop mail off and get on her way, man. Just like any other employee. But enough of that personal shit. Let's get on to Raw. So Raw started out with Kurt Angle comes out, and then 2 Up in Raw. In my amazement, in my amusement, and it was excellent, even though it was still terrible, was Roman Reigns is still suspended. So I'm like, yes, doing my Daniel Bryan chants, yes. And then, then Roman Reigns appears. And then it seems like that he's holding Raw hostage, doing that old Stone Cold Steve Austin style, and back in the 90s when he held the ring hostage, and then he Stone Cold stunned Santa Claus and all that. I thought Roman was going to do that. But I guess the U.S. Marshals, and if you don't see me, I'm doing it in quotations, U.S. Marshals, because in actuality, those guys were actually jobbers from the indie scene and not actually really U.S. Marshals, because the U.S. Marshals don't go out 3 deep. They go out 10 to 12 deep. Me and this guy on Twitter had a huge argument. He made a good point, and he got me on this one. He's like, with Roman Reigns, take on 46 guys, and I was just like, sent him a gift. It was like, well played. That was fun. And then all of a sudden, they put Roman Reigns in bracelets, man. Bracelets! He gets in bracelets, but I don't feel like that's like the first time that we're going to ever see Roman Reigns in bracelets with this pending investigations going on. But other than that, so he's in bracelets, and he's telling the cops, dude, don't touch him. I'm getting out, blah, blah, like how we always do when we get put behind. I did do nothing. What are you talking, just saying stuff. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. That's what I do, and Lesnar's music shows up and pops up, and then there's Lesnar. Of course, you beat the man while he's handcuffed. I wish I could do that. Let me think about that. How can we give more heat to Brock Lesnar? Let's have Roman handcuffed, and then you beat him up with the chair, and then you beat him up with the stretcher or whatever it is. So I was just like, okay. Kind of was interesting. It was nice to keep Brock Lesnar as a heel, because I was talking to my friend Rich, because we used to talk to each other and we used to do a podcast. But I was telling him, I was like, I was hoping for a Roman Reigns heel turn there, but obviously they still want to keep Lesnar heel and Roman face, man. And it kind of sucks because it's time for that heel, and we've been saying this for like 5 years, and they still haven't done it. So Lesnar takes Reigns to Suplex City and gives him some chair shots, and then Lesnar goes back 2 more times, some more chair shots, and then there's another one where he comes out there and Roman Reigns on a stretcher, he pushes him over. And actually, if you really, really, really look closely at it, Lesnar was being really, really, really safe with that. And then comes back out and gives Roman Reigns an F5. So that's what happens in the first segment, and that segment took way too long, in my opinion. But then again, I'm pretty sure, and he's like, go get some more heat for Roman, but people were still cheering. It's awesome. It's just finally Vince. Come on, dude. Really, really, just pull the trigger, dude, and just turn Roman heel. If you turn Roman heel, you're gonna have the greatest heel ever, in my opinion. But so that was it in the first segment. It was all right. It was okay to start it off. Get Lesnar, come in and then out the door and go back to his wife Sable and do his thing on the ranch and stuff. So I get that. So the next thing that was on, it was Alexa Bliss and Mickie James staring in the ring. Then they cut a promo, and I gotta say, Alexa Bliss on the mic has gotten better and better and better each time she's picked up the mic. And yesterday was awesome. But the match was alright. Asuka wins by countout. We found out that it's Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania, while Asuka's going to be facing Charlotte at WrestleMania. So that's alright. So next comes out is Braun Strowman cuts a promo. And it's Braun Strowman. And then Cesaro Sheamus comes in. And think, teammates, we ride together, we dine together, we sleep together. And, that was just funny. Good thing Cesaro's pretty funny. He's a funny guy. But, it was cool. So they decided, and Sheamus came out, and it was Cesaro versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman defeats Cesaro with a power slam. So Strowman has to decide a partner, and obviously looks like everybody doesn't know who his partner is or wants to know his partner. I say Kane. People say Elias. I had one buddy reply to me as Spike, and I was like, yes, bring Spike Dudley back. The monster killer. He was good, man. He was good. I miss Spike Dudley. He was really, really harsh. So Strowman has to find a partner for WrestleMania for the tag titles. Excuse me. So right around this time, and after that, it's the Revival versus Titus Worldwide, and this is where what I'm doing right now. I stopped in between. I find my lighter. I get my nectar collector. I fire up the nectar collector. And I took a dab during this. And while I was taking a dab, I missed out. Dana Brooke always looks fine. Titus Worldwide needs some work. I'm a big fan of Apollo Crews. They call him Apollo now. But yeah, Revival wins. And I don't know what they're going to be doing with that. I say go to SmackDown. Got the Bludgeon Brothers or whatever. Who knows? They're not going. It seems like they're not going to be in WrestleMania, but they're a good tag team. Hold on, I'm firing up this nectar collector right now. So, taking some damage. Here we go. Yeah, buddy. That's some good stuff right there. Good stuff. So Revival defeats Titus Worldwide. Nothing big, bland, or crazy in there. Other than that, there's just nothing. Well, after that, they did a video package, and this video package was saying Mark Henry, sexual chocolate, the world's strongest man, is going into the Hall of Fame. I'm putting my drink down. Good job, Mark Henry. You get a round of applause, my friend. You deserve it, dude, honestly. You went from Mark Henry wearing from all of these, America colors. And then when Farouk started the Nation of Domination, and had The Rock and you guys, that was awesome. That faction was pretty cool, man. That was a pretty cool faction, and and if you really look at it, these are Texas boys that really, he's a Texas boy, and I really appreciate it and what he did for 20 years, man. And when he won the World Heavyweight Championship in the early 2010s, man, I was happy. And that's when, right after that CM Punk promo, I started watching WWE again. Fell back in love with it. And then I just turned it off again. And then now I'm back on loving it. And I guess I'm married to it now because I'm doing a podcast. But Mark Henry, congratulations, man. You do deserve it. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to hear your speech, man. Can't wait. And so the next thing was pretty interesting. I think this was the best thing out of the whole entire Raw. Was Bayley and Sasha versus Absolution. Absolution defeats Bayley and Sasha while they still tease the feud for Mania, man. And so I begged this question: who would you rather have? Would you rather have a Sasha Banks heel or a Sasha Banks face? Or would you rather have a Bayley heel or a Bayley face? And people say, and I think the common ground is Sasha being the heel and Bayley being the face, but why can't we just flip it? Why can't Bayley, I posed this question, it's like everybody loves a good girl gone bad. I mean, it's true. She could be that good girl neighbor, and just the next thing you know, she's fucking out doing bad things, that she's not supposed to do, because she's the good girl, They're smoking cigarettes, riding motorcycles with the boyfriend, it's just stuff like that. And be a legit, corporate boss. I don't know. And Sasha's been doing babyface all this time, so might as well just keep it going. That Bayley turned heel. To me, it seemed more entertaining. And it would just give Bayley a challenge, because it doesn't seem like she has a challenge. Because she's already a bubbly, man. Her personality is humble. She's a good person. I mean, I'm not saying that all of these wrestlers are not. All of them are, and honestly, they're humble and good personality, and some of them have egos, and Bayley doesn't. So they've been teasing it, and man, it's just like having that girlfriend that's been teasing you for that one night, and then that you're like, God, just pissed off. You come home, you're like, God damn it. You feel like you call it, it's just, yeah. It's just one of those kind of things that I have that feeling for. It's just like, what, you're teasing me and I don't get none? You serious right now? It's that feel. Really? That misses so it's just like, what? And so it was. So we had a great segment going into a terrible segment, which is John Cena wants an answer from the Undertaker. Dude, stop trying, please. You should have just started out by asking Tanahashi because he's gonna get his ass kicked by Zack Sabre Jr. at the New Japan Cup final. And that still gives him 3 weeks to face John. 2 weeks a week. Oh man, Undertaker really? This is if you guys haven't noticed me on Twitter, it's Stoner Bruce too. I am a big proponent of having Tanahashi face John Cena at this WrestleMania. I didn't want Undertaker. I want Undertaker to be retired. I want him done. There's a reason why he lost at WrestleMania. So I don't know why John Cena's trying. And I know it's probably Vince wants him back, but if I was Mark Calloway or the Undertaker, I would just say, fuck y'all. I made my money, I'm done. You fucked this up. Go find somebody else last minute. You don't have John Cena not in WrestleMania. Honestly. Sorry, I gotta get me some protein in here. A couple scoops of peanut butter will work. It's those dabs. But that's for sure. But yeah, man. The whole segment was terrible. Kane comes out, doesn't say a damn thing, which is pretty cool. And just chokeslams him, and we're left with fucking nothing. And see, Tanahashi had a break. And if you told him during that 1 month break where you could be like, hey, you want to come face me at WrestleMania? No, I'll come face you at Kingdom. Perfect, bro. It would be perfect. But why can't you not pull the trigger, WWE? Vince McMahon. Huh? Why? You just... I don't know, man. I can't say much because I don't own the company. I can't say much because I don't have stocks in the company. I can't say much because I'm not an investor in the company. Period. I can't. My hands are tied. My voices are shut. Period. The only things that are saying what he wants to hear from the investors, stockholders, and himself. Pretty much. So he's just like, man, can we see a John Cena versus Tanahashi, or a Roman Reigns versus Okada, or a Minoru Suzuki versus Brock Lesnar? And this would be your way of sending Brock Lesnar out. When I think about it, I'm just really, really fucking tired of it. Huh. So this Ronda Rousey lays out Raw Superstar, so I'm gonna have to read about that later. So sorry about the delay. I just got this email. That's not a really good fucking email. With Google. I don't know what the problem is. It's totally different. I'm gonna have to argue with them later. If this is gonna be how it is, I might not even do this anymore because how they've been treating me with. I've been with their services for over years and years, and they've been treating me like that and taking my money. So I'm kind of pissed off at Google right now. I'm gonna finish this. So we had the Miz, and the Miz, I guess this was the second best thing. His promo. He called Seth Rollins aka Tyler Black, or I should say Tyler Black, aka Seth Rollins, and Prince Devitt, aka Finn Balor, but he actually called him Prince Devitt. In the bingo halls, pulling up the two sweet brothers. That was awesome. That was the best line. And so, yeah. And so the Good Brothers and Finn Balor came out, and that was pretty cool. That was the Bullet Club and stuff like that. Um, uh, Balor pins the Miz, ends that segment, and Miz is still complaining that he has to be in a triple threat match, and blah blah blah. So it was weird. It's interesting, but WrestleMania's we kind of seen how the card is being built for WrestleMania now. We have, and then after that, they went to the commercial, and I really think they screwed up here. I really think that they should give no ultimate deletion a little bit more time, because instead of doing the Ronda Rousey video package, to talk about Ronda Rousey being going to wrestle WrestleMania. Ooh, wow. We all know. We see it everywhere in the fucking news. It's like, whoop de fucking do, buddies. And then they go into ultimate deletion, and people say it was terrible, but so is final deletion if you really think about it. But I mean, it's so great because it wasn't terrible. It was just interesting. It was out of the box thinking. And the problem is that WWE doesn't do out of the box thinking. And so it was awesome, dude. We saw Senor Benjamin, Vanguard 1, Rebby. So we saw uh, King Axel, Lord Wolfgang, and they were good. It was cool. It was fun. It brought back some TNA nostalgic, and then wondering if TNA did it or not. Who did it better? Did WWE do it better, or did TNA do it better? Because I've seen a lot of. I got a poll here that says, let's see. Let's see, where's this poll? Let me find this poll. I know it was like 62% that says WWE did it better. It's 67% out of 55 votes. 67% said Raw did it better. Well, 33% said Impact did it better. And I believe that 67% is just full, WWE face fans, honestly. And it's just all the awkwardness. We got a little Jeff Hardy, Brother Nero sighting. It was awesome. So they did their thing. It was good. But all in all, they played a little bit of Mozart. And, and all in all, it was terrible. The whole entire show of Raw was pathetic, dude. It was just pathetic, man. Pathetic. It's just boring. I took 3 dab hits during Raw. I usually don't take dab hits during Raw. I mean, lately I haven't, but previous I have. And it's just like same thing with SmackDown. I mean, it's just like, So And so it's just interesting. That's what I have to say. So March Madness happened this weekend, the first round, and I just gotta say, like I said earlier, my fucking bracket's fucked, man. What the fuck? But I gotta give it up for University of Maryland, Baltimore County pulling off that once in a lifetime upset. At least I got to saw that in my life. That was awesome. Virginia, you just couldn't hit a damn thing that day, dude. I don't know what happened. You just finally, it's just the basketball said, gods, it's like try harder. So, what else? Uh, Texas A&M, Texas Tech. Some Texas schools are still in it. Texas Tech's being pretty good, 6-16. Um, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Syracuse, if you forget about them, Jim Boeheim, he's a good coach. He's been there forever. And that zone is killer. They got length, and I remember, they used to have a shooter that could hit the threes. Now they just with that length and they could shoot somewhat. Duke's still in it, I believe. They're good. Arizona, what the fuck? Honestly. So yeah. Bracket's fucked. I lost money this year, so I'm not even bothering to look at my bracket. I actually tore it up, threw it in the trash. And actually the trash guy just picked it up like not too long ago. So yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. So these last few weeks here, a few weekends is gonna be interesting as hell. Exciting basketball. It's the year of the lower seeds, and it's just giving that time. It's finally showing that if you can focus on the one and dones, but you're gonna have to keep trying and keep going every year while you have those teams in the mid majors where they've been there for a while. They have players that's been there for 2 to 3 years. They already know what to do. They already know the things. They already know what the situation is, and so yeah, it's good. Other news: Glenn Big Baby Davis got popped with a quarter pound of weed and $92,000. No surprise. He went to LSU. They like to smoke weed. The $92,000. I knew he was a drug dealer, dude. The guy has a ring. The ring itself is worth $92,000. He probably went to go boys, casino. I don't know. What would you do with $92,000? Honestly, me, I don't even know. I'll probably that's somebody's whole year's salary. Imagine what a person can do in a whole year with 92,000 a year, and that's what Big Baby Davis got caught. Shit, I would definitely pay mortgage on the house or pay something. So, but yeah, man, it's just raw sucked. March Madness was entertaining, but my bracket sucked. I feel like the Bulldog Saints. I'm having a shitty day. Tell me a joke. It's one of those kind of days, dude. And then Google pissing me off, man. Pissing me off, really, really. So, you know what? It's just ridiculous that, somewhere in the end of the episode here, man, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for using the word man a lot. You can tell I took a dab and I'm just really stoned, laid back, and all talking. So, y'all have fun, peace, love, and happiness, and enjoy your day and night.